Okay, so I'm going to be playing Lifted Dreams as a video game once it starts working. I'm moving my little thing over here. Okay, so this is a visual novel that I have recently downloaded and I have not played yet. As you can see, there is no loads, so I think we'll play. I'm going to start this in episodes within the game. Not within the game, but within this YouTube channel. But if you like the videos, subscribe down below. And don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you. So I've recently gotten into these. She was an angel. I muttered to myself while going through the motions of sharpening my favorite pencil. I'm about to go through my daily ritual. I'm inside my room, staring at a blank sketch pad. Using a blue worn-out Behr print pencil that I've had for 2 years or so, I begin to sketch a girl's eyes. They're like black holes in the sky, sucking in every ounce of color and feeling I tried pour into them. I stop. I stare into the void, and soon the two holes become one. It begins to suck my focus inward, as if trying to sap me of my very essence. Sorry, I can't speak today. I'm trying to do this. Okay. It feels like my heart is being stretched by some unseen force, strongly closer into the vacuum. On instinct, my right hand moves, snapping me from my previous trance. I sketch a liquid. The liquid begins in the girl's eyes, then ebbs down like a monochrome waterfall. I want to wipe it away, but my mind's eye know I can't reach her. Erasing it would do nothing. She's too distant. Even on paper, she lives in another dimension. Wow, this is actually taking shape. I actually like how they've done this. As if possessed, my hand proceeds to draw the rest of her face. Her expression is almost like a straight line, but composed in an airy and a natural, serene sort of way. Okay, so if you guys have this feeling about anything, any of your hobbies, comment down below, let me know. For me, it's been with anime and manga. It's like I have to get, like I want to be there, but I'm too distant. Like I feel like I'm in the show. For me, it's always been that way. And then when I draw, I get the same way. Like several of my drawings I done in the past, I just couldn't explain it. This is actually explaining it for me, how I felt. Please, if you guys felt the same way, let me know. Her expression is almost like a straight line, composed in an airy and natural sort of way. Oh, sorry, I've already read that. It almost appears as if she has been left tranquilized by the cruelty of fate. Again, I stop and stare. This was a bad idea. I think to myself, the longer I look at this drawing, the less sane I feel. How could anyone bask in an innocent girl's misery? Oh wow, that is actually a pretty good drawing. At last I bring myself to sketch her silken hair. It flows gently like sweet whispers on a permanent wind. It's the only thing I've drawn today that calms my senses. It reminds me of her fragrant aroma as I inhale, and soon I want nothing more than to breathe the rest of her in as well. This hair of hers exhibit the loathsome ferocity and despair the rest of her face does. The finished portrait of the desolate girl awakens every one of my senses, breaking me from my hypnotic power. Wait, did that say hypnotic? Let me see this real quick. If I could move this. Okay, my record button. Can I go back? Nope, it's not gonna let me go back. The finished portrait of the desolate girl awakens every one of my senses, breaking me from its hypnotic power. Okay, that makes sense. Not my hypnotic power. My hand and heart begins to weigh heavily upon me, and soon it becomes clear why I've even drawn this picture. It resembles Faye, my neighbor since childhood, whom I once had a crush on. We played with one another from time to time when we were 3 years old. Now that we're 16, we've grown distant, but I still can't help but see her from time to time. After all, she hasn't moved, so she's still around the neighborhood. She's every guy's fantasy, and knowing that only drives my previous despair home. I'm sorry, I'm getting into this. Like, it's really hitting me hard. My mental image is clear and crisp. Her skin is glossy and fair. She is, in a way, as delicate as glass and as gentle as a flower. Her long hair always shimmers in the sunshine, as if kissing the blue sky with its tresses. On her left side, a purple hair type binds up a small portion of her hair. Lower than that, two identical hair ties complete her angelic appearance. While I recall memories of the times I've spent with her, I've always defaulted to seeing her in the fields surrounded by sunflowers. Aww. Jeff! She calls to me, her large eyes filled with anticipation. But what for? I cannot tell. Naturally, I ask, "What is it, Frey?" Or Faye? Naturally, I respond with a gentle smile. "Read this, I wrote it for you." She hands me a piece of paper with one of her many short compositions written on it in her neat, uniform handwriting. She had written a short story about a poor homeless kitten. Cutting straight to the chase, she tells me the story concludes with a happy ending. How nice of her. Undeniably, it's a predictable story, but her detailed description of the kitten's life makes it worthwhile anyway. The story introduced itself with the kitten's birth in a garbage dump just inside of some backwater city. The ensuing labor scene ends up so gruesomely detailed, children will never be able to read it. I don't know about you guys, but for me, that's kind of pretty sad, but heartfelt. I knew for sure that Faye, I keep on saying Frey, because I keep on thinking of Freya, the Norse goddess. Faye included that scene, not because she felt like it, but because she felt it was significant to the story. After the mother delivers our protagonist, the youngest of the litter, a large chunk of metal falls from somewhere into the garbage pile and pins her left paw. Aww. Guys, this is really hitting me. And I rarely feel like this. Unless it's visual novels. Visual novels always hit me deep. Like, I feel like it's pretty hard for me to actually not feel anything. Yeah, it's hard for me to cry because I rarely cry, but I always feel it inside. It makes me feel depressed, like that something's closing in around my rib cage whenever I read stuff like this. Makes me feel short of breath. Okay. There were a lot of tragic, detailed scenes like this, which only made me even more impatient to get to the story's heartwarming conclusion. But before that, I found myself so dumbfounded by the details I can't help but ask. Faye, how did you come up... sorry, I did the voice I do for Faye. Faye, how did you come up with detailed scenes like these? That's the first thing you ask. Through research, of course. Research, huh? I see. I take in what she said. Of course, it's odd anyone would research that sort of thing. Sorry, the semi-truck's going around, but it's where I live. They go by all the time. But then I remember when she caught me drawing at a young age, I can't speak today. She told me that she'd catch up to me with her writing. I must admit, she has improved a lot. Can you draw the kitten for me? She smiles. It's a smile that has been burned into my memory time and time again. An adorable, precious sort of smile that always managed to strike a chord with my heart. It's so precious and fleeting that it feels like it may vanish completely any second. Sure, why not? You can ask me anything, I'll draw it for you, I promise. I answer immediately, hoping that I can preserve her smile by responding quickly enough. Every single day, we used to talk about things just like this. She wrote for me and drew for me. I'm going to save real quick, guys. It's because I don't want to go on and my phone corrupts or whatever, like it drops this. It happens a lot to me. It's just because I'm using a Samsung Galaxy J3, and what I do is use miners, Bitcoin miners. Like if you're mining something like on Minecraft, I use those, and it slows down my processing speed, and and then the other stuff I have, they put while I'm playing games and all that, they could pop up with ads, and in order for me to gain money through those, I actually have to watch them. Or I could exit them, but I gotta let them go do their thing. So that's constantly something that could drop this. So I'm constantly saving just for that reason. She wrote for me and I drew for her, day in and day out without fail. This would be our routine. It always left me in a state of euphoria. She was so cheerful and I enjoyed every moment that I spent with her. I want to spend my days like this forever, or like that forever. Jeff, you're so kind. I fall silent, wondering why she has suddenly said that. You're too kind. To me. She utters those words, she smiles. Or as she utters those words, she smiles. Her eyes seem to glisten, while her cheeks grow rosy. Aw, she was blushing. And without knowing it, I never get the chance to talk to her like that again. I'm pretty sure that wasn't the last day she spoke to me, but It's the last thing that sticks out in my memory. She's no longer the angel she used to be. And I feel like there's going to be something I'm going to have to choose, so I'm going to save. I look up from my stupor and find myself faced with the clock. It's already 5:30 p.m.? As I walk through the neighborhood, the red-tinted summer sky remains, as if it doesn't want the night to take over. The neighborhood trees gently sway to the tempo set by the evening's warm breeze. The scenery resembles a fascinating piece of artwork, expressing the emotional contrast between joy and misery. Does it allow me to feel the busy surroundings of the city, or the lazy ambience of the quiet countryside? If I had to describe it verbally, I'd say it's well balanced. It's too bright, nor is it too dark. Or it isn't too bright, nor is it too dark. The entire mood with the insanity makes me feel more sentimental than I had previously been. This would be perfect. All it needs is music. Before I know it, I've already arrived at my destination, the playground. Surprisingly, I hear a girl singing a beautiful melody. Her voice is so gentle and smooth that causes me to close my eyes. It reminds me of the days when my mother used to put me to sleep by humming sweet lullabies as I lay in bed. The girl's voice soothes my ears, but more importantly, it soothes my heart. It makes me want to snuggle tightly under a warm, fuzzy blanket like a cat. Awesome! Don't tell me that the main character is a Neko lover just like me, because I love Nekos. But for me, I'm an otaku, and games, anime, manga, my favorite things. But especially when there's Neko memes. No, I do not like fluffies, but I love Neko memes. I feel like I'm floating. Every note higher and higher until the clouds are beneath me. Ah! The girl abruptly shouts, interrupting her song. Yet I can't really call it shouting. It's so sonorous. It still sounds like she's vocalizing. It's weird for me to even think it, but even that sounds beautiful. She truly is a singer. Unconsciously, I find myself already standing beside the source of earlier's beautiful melody. Oh shit. Sorry for my language, but I'm just gonna put it now. If you guys don't like my language, comment down below, let me know. If you want me to make it where I don't say as much, like cuss words or whatever, I'm not going to say the F word, I'm not going to say the B word, I'm not going to say any of those, but I will say shit, because I do believe in the, as the Germans say, Scheiße. I do believe there's times to say it. Or kusu, as the Japanese say. So, I rarely laugh at myself about how careless I can be when something astonishing occurs in front of me. Fully regret interrupting her captivating tune. You know she's creeped out by us. Jeff? The girl, surprised, utters my name. When I open my eyes, I see Chelsea standing I believe that's pronounced Chelsea, or is it Chelsea? Chelsea. I believe it's Chelsea. No, CH. Chelsea. Chelsea. Okay, there we go. I'll just call her Chelsea. Standing in front of me in her singing posture. She faces me, her long blonde hair swaying from side to side. A significant portion of her hair is tied up, but still, she leaves some hanging freely around her back, giving her a cool, feminine look. Chelsea is another childhood friend of mine. We've known each other since her family moved into our neighborhood about 11 years ago. When Faye and I spoke to her for the first time, she insisted on singing for us. At the time, we were so impressed we couldn't help but be friends. She has always sung for everyone in the neighborhood, and the joy it brings paints a smile on everyone's faces. For that reason, she's pretty popular. In fact, I can't help but feel lucky to be able to hang out with her. I see. You still enjoy having solo concerts out here, huh? I tease her. Don't call it that. Then what about a solo choir? There's no such thing. She laughs at my nonsense. What about a group solo concert? Okay, now he's going even further. I was in choir when I was younger, but I quit, and I've been rusty because I damaged my vocal cords when I was in there. Like, I got up to soprano because the people there didn't. Okay, backstory. Long story short, we lost people from baritone, bass, and then alto, then soprano. I went into every one until we got members, so therefore I'd help fill out. But I went too high with pitches that it's ruined my vocal cords a little bit. That's why I have a monotone, raspy voice, and now it's like a baritone level. But for me, I can't sing now, even if I wanted to, no matter how much I practice, and I really hate it. I used to love singing. She doesn't respond to my stupid joke. Really? She should have responded to that. I guess it was too much. Okay. I know that you just really like to sing from the bottom of your heart, right? She smiles again, as if she was expecting me to say that. Yeah, it's the same as how you love drawing. Oh. Yeah, it's one of the ads. Sorry guys, it happens a lot. I warned you guys that ads would pop up. Singing in front of a lot of people, performing at a real concert. It's my biggest dream. I hope that your dream comes true. And I yours. She responds with her usual reply. Okay guys, I'm going to save again. I feel like something's up. We've been hanging out more and more over the past 2 years. We've become so... Sorry guys, I ate cauliflower earlier, and sometimes it doesn't help. It doesn't settle with my stomach well. It makes me burp sometimes. It gives me hiccups sometimes, but it's my favorite vegetable. I really don't eat meat because every time I do, it really makes me sick. Think about what those poor animals went through. So, a long time ago, I became a vegetarian, and I've never been able to eat meat. I can eat a little bit at a time, but it really makes me ill to my stomach. We've become so familiar that we already know each other's speech patterns. Aside from knowing each other since childhood, we've come to understand more about ourselves and our dreams together recently. But we aren't a couple. I do like someone, but I know that I shouldn't actually fall in love. I don't know why, but I feel like being in love was still my dream of being an artist for me. Between constant drawing and maintaining the little social life I have. Oh, by the way, if you guys hear those birds, that's the hourly clock on my wall. It happens all the time. Every hour it does a different bird. I'll show it to you real quick. Let's see. So, that clock back there, you guys see it? There's a bird for every hour. Like, right now what just went was a house rent. That's what just went. It's a call just happened. Okay. Can't imagine myself having any time for romance until I'm renowned. Jeff, Chelsea says to me. Did she call you out here today? Did she call you out here too? Yeah. Then, did you read her creepy message? Chelsea looks confused. Without answering, I grab my phone out of my pocket and reread the message that I have received earlier today. The paroxysm language devours my benevolence. Yet, your spirit seems vigorous, enshrouding myself in a curtain that's impassable. Hey, have you heard about those people losing their dreams like it's mass hysteria? If you desire for an explanation, then let's meet at the playground before sunset. Cinder, Faye. Okay, I don't like this music. Go and save. And, I think we're going to leave it at that for today as a cliffhanger. I'm going to try to post tomorrow, but I only like posting when my father's not here and I have nothing going on. Tomorrow I got off doing anything, but my father might be back. He might be here all day tomorrow, but he goes out a lot. I just don't get the peace and quiet of doing what I like if he's here. So, please subscribe so you could be updated. You could get notifications every time that I post a video. Yeah, I know I suck at reading out loud, but that's because I really didn't do it at school. Okay, so that's the first part of Lifted Dreams. So we'll continue from this next time.